Well, now to take a look at some tender plants for containers and beds, we're going to look at some of the new offerings this year here at TLC, and April Ennis is going to show us around. Hey, April, welcome back to the program.
It's always nice to be on.
Good to see you again. And looking at this plant right here, this is something we've grown at Oklahoma Gardening a few years, the red shield hibiscus.
Yes, it is one of the annual hibiscuses, and it's not showing us something new. It's showing to show off what has spurred from it.
Okay.
This is the hibiscus maple sugar, and this is hot asbury.
Wow.
You know, which is a little bit more of a party.
Yeah, cool variegation there.
But the thing with the maple sugar, the best thing about it is, and I don't have one blooming, I am so sorry, the blooms are this deep wine of the...
Same as the leaves?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the
Got
plant.
a bud right there,
just,
but not quite open to show us.
Nothing's wanting to cooperate.
Okay,
this
but
time.
I'll take your word for it.
It's really, really fun. And then the Ganges primrose, you know, we've got a little bit of it in last year, and we started propagating it. It does great in heat. It just performs
Great
wonderful.
tropical plant.
Yeah, we like to call it the big purple thing.
The big purple thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
love
it
those.
is. It's a big purple thing.
I love those flowers, kind of purple, a little bit of yellow, and
give everything a little
there.
tropical feel.
Yeah, Ganges primrose.
And back
got a
over.
succulent down here in a little hanging basket.
Let
Kind of
me
looks
get him
like
out.
an ice plant, somewhat.
Yeah, it's a dew plant, ice plant. It's called Mizzou.
Okay.
Variegated, really nice. Nice. It will, full sun, but it will take a part day shade. Actually performs best with a little bit of shade, and it's just wonderful, heat tolerant, well performing plant. It'll trail down cute little pink fuchsia flowers.
Okay, I was going to say, I bet that would be great spilling over the edge of hanging baskets and mixed containers.
Yes, it is, and it's very
Very
hardy
drought
in our
tolerant,
heat. Yes.
Sure, yeah, with those
And
succulent
can't imagine
leaves.
eating that in Oklahoma.
Yeah, this is a neat looking little tropical plant here.
Yeah, a lot of people know the shrimp plant, the justicas, and there's the pink and the orange and the yellow and the red. This one is called fruit cocktail. This is going to come up with this lime green, really light lime green, and then the hot pink flowers will be coming out of it. I wish I had better blooms to show, but all I have right now is the tag because, again, it's a little bit early for it, but it really is a great performer in the garden.
And you put that in sun or shade?
This one I'm going to say shade to morning shade, afternoon sun. The other shrimp plant, the yellow shrimp plant, you can do in sun or shade.
Sure.
But I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
And therefore, if you're safe, just be
morning
safe.
sun, afternoon shade.
Shade is safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here I see a member of the evening primrose family.
Yes.
This is a Callilophus. And
Yes.
in Oklahoma,
Southern
we
belle.
have several members of this genus native to our state with flowers similar to this, but this one's pretty unique here with these tiny little leaves.
Very, very airy. It may or may not be hardy. I have not. I'm
Experimental plant.
experimenting on it. Does great in a pot. Therefore,
Okay.
we're going to sell it at this time as an annual for in your pots.
All right, that'll look great. Then you got some Calibrachoas down here.
Yes, and not that that's any way new, but this is the light blue, a new blue tone color, and then painted coral.
Oh wow!
These
look at
are
that
just
flower.
beautiful. These are wonderful.
Look at that,
I love
two
them.
tones.
With the two tones, and the coral and the pinky coral, and it just something that's interesting this year.
We've had good success with our Calibrachoa in the kind of the late summer, giving them a little bit of iron, a little treatment of iron, a little liquid feed of iron, and
they're very heavy
gives them a
feeders.
boost.
Very heavy feeders. Therefore, you have to change the pH with the iron.
Okay.
It helps make it work real well.
Petunia.
Wave petunias. This is Rosy Dawn, new color. Everybody knows waves are one of the best performing petunias in the state.
Yeah.
For Oklahoma, if you want a petunia, doing a wave is going to do you best. And this is a new color that is out, Rosy Dawn, and it's just beautiful.
Wow, they've come a long ways with those wave petunias, starting out with the
purple
wave way back in the early 90s. So.
And now they have wave, they have tidal wave, easy wave. I still find the easy waves are performing the best of the ones they've developed, but they have blue, red, the Rosy Dawn, pink, lots of different choices.
Great new color.
Yeah.
And you've got some begonias down here.
Yeah, these are the double The double begonias. I am so sorry. These
The tuberous?
yeah, the tuberous
All right.
begonias.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lots of plants. Brain goes numb occasionally. But this one's called Solina. I've been very pleased with its performance. They're not, they're a little bit fuller. They're not as leggy as when you do a single plant of these as you usually have.
Great collection
and
of colors.
I haven't seen as many single blooms.
Okay.
Usually you have a double bloom, then a single bloom, and then a double blooms.
All doubles.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Darn. Hate it when that happens.
And you put these in the shade as well, right?
Full shade.
Okay.
They do better
well,
in full shade.
this is a new plant. I haven't seen this before. A little Proven Selections plant here.
This is Scoparia. It's called Illumination, and it's just it's supposed to be doing very well, and we've had good performance with it. At the edge of pot, something very light area, a little bit of color,
bright little yellow.
Gives you a little bit of texture in your pots or in your garden.
Yeah, Scoparia. And then we got some lobelia back here in the basket.
This one's called Techno Blue. It's supposed to be a little bit more heat tolerant. We've been very pleased with its performance, and it's just drop dead gorgeous. I mean, it is an electric blue, and very, very enjoyable.
Okay, we've got another little.
This is a Pottunia.
Okay. 2 different colors on the.
Yeah, that one. It's not the same plant. This is they do not get leggy. They're shorter, denser, touted to be almost as good as the waves. Not for spreading, but for not having to deadhead, not having to cut back, not having to deal with.
Okay.
I mean.
Pottunias. All right.
Pottunias are beautiful, but you have to do a lot with them. But with the waves and with the new Pottunias, that's making them more feasible for this state.
Okay. Well, we had an Australian plants garden at our studio garden a couple of years ago, and this is one of the plants we talked about that year. These are the kangaroo's paws. These are from Australia, and the kind of the flower buds on the stem there kind of look like the paw of a kangaroo. Interesting colors. And this is a new one, April?
Yeah, this one is an ultra dwarf red. Kangaroo paws originally, they get about 2.5, 3 foot.
Pretty tall.
4 foot, yeah. Tall. Then they came out with the dwarves that get, somewhere between 18 and 24 inches, and this one gets somewhere between 12 and 18 inches.
Okay, a dwarf.
Which is really nice for in pots or whatever.
Dwarf kangaroo's paw. And right here we have Tacoma, and of course the Yellow Bells or Esperanza is very popular. This is a new one that has a different colored flower.
It's burnt orange.
Orange.
I love using orange in the garden because it brightens things up. Orange and purple complementary opposites. Gives you electric color. And any of the Tacomas are just great for our area.
Great summertime
plants. You can't get
plants.
anything better.
You can't beat these. Yeah,
no,
patio containers
not
or
at all.
Even in beds. And April, I hear you like coleus.
Yeah,
Is that true?
I have a little bit of a problem. I'm in Coleus Anonymous, and it's just not working.
Always collecting those. Huh?
Sun coleus to me is like one of the ultimate plants for Oklahoma. You will get tons of different colors, and the thing about using foliar color is, as you well know, a lot of flowers quit blooming once you reach a certain temperature.
Sure.
If you use proper foliar color in your pots or in your beds, you're always going to have color, whether it,
Sure, absolutely. You don't have to have flowers to have color.
No.
I totally agree with you.
And there's so many new colors, like this one. This one's called Pink Chaos. I mean, and that is going to be very, very bright. Then we have Glennis. This one is cute. This is silk stockings because of its markings.
Interesting veining there in the leaves.
Yes. And this is Silk Sunset.
That's unique.
Very, very nice. You got pinks in it and bronzes and greens.
Okay, and just pinch those back from time to time to get them bushier and branch a little better.
Or if you don't pinch them, they'll get taller.
Okay, and just a few more here.
That's Merlin's Magic, Flume, and this one's called Stormy Weather.
Stormy Weather, hey, great plant for Oklahoma.
Yes.
Well, you've got 2 plants in hanging baskets up here. This is a verbena.
Yes, this one is a hanging peach. We've had peaches and cream that on the upright annual, but this one is actually a trailing peach.
Okay, great for hanging baskets.
Peach.
And this is very unique. Look at the bright, intense colors here.
Yeah, the citradania with the bronze leaves, and then those violet, ultraviolet flowers. just wonderful in color, does everything that you want it to.
A common name on that? Spanish
Don't
shawl?
have one. Spanish shawl.
Sometimes called Spanish
It's a
shawl.
I could see that with the bright colors and the way
Yeah.
it hangs. Wonderful
Okay.
plant. And the last thing up here, this is
Okay,
a
one
true
more.
tropical.
Okay, a foliage plant.
Yes, this is I just went bad. A Thai plant.
Okay,
Yeah, I am sorry.
that's all right.
Cordyline.
There you go.
Now, you use them in the shade.
Okay, and this
they
is
kind-
great
this-
for containers as well.
Yes,
kind
and
of a
this
central.
and this is a new color. This one is called Fabulous.
Fabulous.
And
All right.
There's probably 50 colors available with
Okay.
cordylines, and I'll have at least 10 or 15 of them, just for really good performance in the shade and a tropical look.
All right, sounds good. Well, thanks a lot, April. Appreciate you
Thank you
showing us
very
these
much for
tender
having us.
plants.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.